trouble for her. He may very well know she's coming here. Is she running from an abusive relationship? I asked, remembering one of my fellow teachers who left her job because of an asshat of a husband who liked to knock her around. There's no women's shelter in town, but I know of a retreat run by some Buddhist nuns that takes in desperate women. Assuming this friend of yours needs a safe place from a boyfriend or husband who thinks it's fine to beat women. Sure, we'll say she's running from a bad ex. My contact says that this woman has something that he wants. Don't ask me what, because it would take too long to explain. Just know that she has something, and Alexander will do whatever it takes to get it from her. Alexander? I managed to tear my eyes from the wound. Her eyes had little tiny flashes of gold, like a little fire was lighting up the inside of her irises. That's the name of the man. He is evidently quite ruthless, and in addition to that, he works for a demon lord. Excuse me? Demon lord? I will say something for how the day turned out. It confused the bejeepers out of my anxieties, giving me something else to focus on. Trust me, it's bad news. My informant says he's responsible for... She gave an odd sort of gasping gulp. For Dad's death. But that doesn't matter now. You have to find this woman, Ronnie. Hide her. Find somewhere safe for her and her 2 girls to go. They're very special, all of them. You have to do this for me. She grabbed my wrist again, the bite a stinging reminder of what had happened just a few minutes ago. Swear you will do it. I swear, I said, wanting desperately to get at the hand sanitizer I'd stuck in my pocket. One particularly cruel part of my mind pointed out that this situation was every nightmare come to fruition, and I was helpless to stop it. Helen, please, let me call an ambulance. How you can even talk with that massive hole in you? She slumped back again, her body resembling a discarded rag doll. Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. I opened my mouth to speak, but a sudden wave of nausea hit me like an anvil to the gut. I said, crawling a few feet away. Don't feel good. Don't fight it. It'll be over quickly. What will? The change. My blood is changing your blood. In effect, you are becoming a dragon hunter too. What? The words stopped abruptly as my bile flowed, and I vomited up the contents of my dinner. Then I vomited up anything else that had been hanging around my stomach, and then, for another 4 minutes, all I did was dry heave as my body apparently tried to expel all my innards. At least that's what it felt like. And when it was over and I wiped my mouth on the sleeve of my hoodie, mentally noting I'd have to throw it away since there wasn't water hot enough to wash vomit out of cloth, I made my painful way over to Helen. Have to call. You're bleeding too much. My throat burned, and I had to swallow a few times before I could speak. I told you to stop fussing. She gave me a wan smile. Dragon hunters can stand a whole lot more than the average mortal. At least let me try to staunch the flow of blood, I said, hesitating a moment before pulling off my hoodie and using the clean part of it as a compress on her wound. She leaned into me, the silence of the night closing around us for a few minutes. Who did this to you, Helen? It was a person who punched this hole in you, wasn't it? She shook her head. Who did this doesn't matter. Here, you should have this. She slipped her phone into my hand. It has 1 or 2 contacts who might be helpful to you. Other dragon hunters. Tell them what happened, and they'll do what they can. With an effort, she dragged a long black scabbard across her body and laid it between us, panting slightly at the exertion. I stared at it in surprise. What the hell, Helen? I pushed it away from me. A sword? You have a freaking sword with you? Yes, It's part of what